Hello, my friend, Bob Shinn here. Welcome to my office. I wanted to shoot a quick video to introduce myself and to tell you a little bit about my mission. You see, a few years ago, I was a small business owner working on my fifth high-tech startup and doing very well with it. I had come off a string of prior startups that had done really well and had allowed me to be creative, to recruit and hire a team of talented folks, and to be my own boss and make a very comfortable living at that. I love the action of creating a business and its products and services out of thin air. It was a high pressure situation, but I thrived on it. And the only problem that I had was I had become, in my mind, crucial to each of those businesses to the point where I found it very difficult to even step away for a day or two. So on paper, I may have owned those businesses, but they really owned me because I didn't have the time freedom that I really wanted. Over the years, due to the stress of such a high pressure environment, combined with overwork, I had worked 80 hours a week, and a lack of taking time out to even care for my own health. I wasn't eating properly, I wasn't exercising at all. Due to all of that, I'd become obese and I fell into really terrible health. To the point where one day I actually had what I thought was a heart attack. I had all the traditional symptoms they tell you to watch for. Pain in my left elbow that went all the way to my chest. My jaw ached, shortness of breath, everything that they tell you to watch out for. And it happened in my front yard, and I barely made it inside of the house before I collapsed on the dining room floor. It was that bad. For a control freak like myself, admitted control freak, it was really a difficult situation because as I was laying there powerless to move due to the severe pain, I just was thinking that this is the way I'm going to die, that this is the end for me. And the paramedics arrived. They put me on oxygen right away. They ran an EKG on me. The EKG indicated that I was having a heart attack at that moment, so they rushed me off to the hospital. But I spent half a day there getting several tests done, and they determined that it wasn't a heart attack, though they weren't sure quite what happened. So I got something that you never want to have. I got my own special cardiologist. And anyway, I got to work very closely with him. He ran a number of tests on me to determine sort of what happened. And the conclusion came back that it was all just stress related to untreated hypertension brought on by my excess weight and my failure to take care of myself. And so the worst news, though, was that they had determined that I had arterial blockages that were so severe that they would only expect to find those in a person 30 years older than myself. And I had only just turned 50, so that was really hard to hear. My kidney function was poor as well, which put me at risk for additional diseases. So they placed me on 7 medications to manage all these illnesses and the side effects that some of the meds caused. And I sort of looked back on that as like a death sentence. It really rocked my world for a few days. I felt like I'd squandered a perfectly decent life. All the things that I had planned to do someday, when I got done working 80-hour weeks and earned all the money I thought I'd need for the rest of my life, all those things were never going to come to pass. And so it took a few days for me to reflect on the situation. And I started actually to get a little bit angry. As I said before, I'm a person who likes to take action. I'm a very decisive person. And I value that trait in others as well. And so I decided that I would take control of my health and I would change the ending to my story. It wasn't going to turn out the way my cardiologist said it was going to turn out. So what I did was I did a lot of research on the internet, and I had decided that a plant-based diet would give me the best chance of reversing the blockages that I was suffering through, and would also allow me to, to eat more cleanly and lose a bit of weight. So the morning I discovered that was Halloween Day of 2011, I went cold turkey on my prior lifestyle. Actually, no, I went no turkey because I became a vegan. I avoided meat. I avoided dairy. I gave up caffeine. honey, refined sugars, grains, and all highly processed foods. And so, where before I knew nothing about nutrition and fitness, I decided to become an avid student of both. And I began working out every day. I started out by walking 3 miles a day, and during the course of a year, which I'd set a weight loss goal of 105 pounds for that first year, I ended up working my way up to walking 12 miles a day by the end of the year. I did that by a combination of things. I began riding my bike back and forth to work. It was 8 miles to the office each direction, and so I would get in 16 miles of bike riding a day. I also signed up, joined a gym and signed up for a personal trainer who worked with me and showed me how to work out safely and properly, how to move properly to avoid injury and all of those things. And just like I did with my businesses, I maintained a very strict focus on what my goal was of losing 105 pounds and regaining my health within a year. Um, and I got exactly what I was searching for. At the end of the year, to the day, at the end of the year, I weighed myself 105 pounds lighter. I had new lab work pulled. All my lab numbers came right back in normal ranges. There were no more abnormal kidney functions. My cholesterol was normal because I wasn't eating meat or dairy. Brought my cholesterol back down into normal ranges. And so I had proven to myself that it was possible with hard work and dedication to reverse the damage that I had done by all my inactivity for all the years leading up to that. But beyond that, actually, I had proven that I could thrive and prosper by taking care of my health. And that was a big lesson for me. I mean, I had already learned that sort of lesson in business, but it was kind of really neat for me to find out that that carried over into my health and other facets of my life. And I sort of learned that how you are in business is how you are in the rest of your life. And so there's no duality there. You bring those same traits to every aspect of your life and you will succeed. So once I regained my health, though, I began to sort of consider, well, what's really going to be next for me? I no longer could imagine myself working 80-hour weeks just to build yet another company. I'd already done that 5 times. What would be the point of doing it a sixth time? I started thinking more globally, started thinking more outside of myself, and I really just couldn't see how the world would benefit from yet one more high-tech startup company. Maybe a half a dozen people or a dozen people would be given jobs, but what really was that going to do for anyone? So I've always had this abundance mindset, but my challenge came in that I had to acknowledge the fact that along with this abundance mindset, I had somehow come to believe that you had to work long, hard hours to earn success. And, that couldn't be farther from the truth. That's really not how it goes. I mean, we can look around us and see all sorts of examples of folks who are working very smart, who have enjoyed massive success. Folks having to be or happen to be at the right place at the right time, join the right team, and then be trainable, coachable, and actually take action, do very, very well, and in some cases with a few hours of work a day. And so I had to really look at my mindset and sort of acknowledge the fact that not everything that I believed was true and change some of those beliefs in order to move forward. As I reflected on that, though, and my past business experience, it struck me how really, no matter what I was trying to do when building a business and products and services, in the end of it all, at the end of it all, what I was really doing was serving myself. It was all about how much money can I earn? How much can I put away for the future so that I could realize my vision of one day not having to work and being able to travel, having the freedom to travel whenever I wanted to not miss another important family event, things of that nature. And I just felt I couldn't live that way any longer. I mean, my profound personal experience, the near-death experience, it just had given me a change of heart, and I was feeling called to serve others, actually. And but I didn't want to just discard everything I've learned about business and health and nutrition and success and motivating and inspiring folks. And so that sort of brings me to where I am today. I've given myself the mission of helping people change their lives, to enable people to reclaim their health, to enable them to experience time and financial freedom, and to live the life of their dreams now. Not some distant future that may or may never happen. So what I do now today is I teach people how to make an income online. I support organizations who provide hunger relief and clean water initiatives. I provide microloans to agricultural entrepreneurs across the world in emerging countries. I still am an avid walker. I walk 200 or so miles a month, contributing 400 meals to Feeding America, a wonderful organization. They have 60,000 food pantries and meal programs across the country. And so I'm really honored to be able to support them in that way. I'm planning a 3,300-mile walk for summer of 2015. I'm going to walk across the United States, and I'm doing that to help bring awareness to a laptop lifestyle, making money online, and also taking control of your health, getting folks up and moving, and trying to reclaim some health and get some fitness at any age. I'm going to turn 56 in a couple of weeks, so I'm not necessarily a spring chicken, but I'm proving that at any age you can adopt a healthier lifestyle and begin to live the life of your dreams. So as you can see, I've totally transformed my own life, and now I'm working to do the same for others. Where I used to invest all my time and energy into building a business, now I'm investing that time and energy instead into helping to build others' lives. And so what I'm doing is I'm out looking for like-minded folks to join my team. Whether you're looking to restore your health, or whether you want to establish and grow a lucrative online business, or you simply want to be inspired to live the life of your dreams, I invite you to join my team. I'd love to work alongside you and share this vision with as many people as we can touch. And so if this appeals to you as well, somewhere near this video should be a join button or a link, and I invite you to go ahead and click that, and let's get started working together. I honestly believe that one day we'd look back on this as the most significant thing that we ever did with our lives. So anyway, I invite you to go ahead and join me if you'd like to, and thank you for your time, and I'll see you again soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.